English Grammar, Lesson 6. Topic: Verb tenses. Our focus will be on the present perfect and the present perfect progressive. In Part 4, we'll practice using time expressions, and then we'll finally turn our attention to understanding and using the present perfect progressive. The two main kinds of time expressions that we'll look at are adverbs and prepositions. Let's look at the most common ones first. The adverb ever is used in yes-no questions to refer to the past in general. Example: have you ever ridden a snowmobile? Meaning, at any time in your past, did you ride a snowmobile? The adverb never is used to express that an action or event did not happen at any time in the past. Example: I've never visited South America, meaning, I didn't visit South America at any time in my past. The adverb already is used in questions or statements to emphasize an unspecified time before now. First example: has her plane landed already? Meaning, tell me yes or no, the time of landing isn't important. Second example: I've already read that book. Meaning, at some point in the past, I read it. Please note the placement of already. We can put it at the end of a statement or just before the past participle. Examples: has her plane landed already? Has her plane already landed? I've read that book already. I've already read that book. The adverb yet is used in negative questions and statements to stress the time before now. It's the opposite of already. Example: why haven't you finished yet? Meaning, why didn't you finish before now? Example: Jennifer's latest video hasn't been rated yet. Meaning, no one rated it before now. The preposition for is used to state a time period that began in the past and continues to now. So the focus is on duration. Examples: I've been married for 11 years. We've been friends for a long time. The preposition since is used to mark the start of a time period that began in the past and continues to now. Examples: I've lived in New England since 2001. I haven't seen my brother since last Christmas. Let's talk about since as a conjunction. Since can also be used with a clause, that is, a complete idea with a subject and a verb. Here's an example. I've known her since we were little girls. The clause is we were little girls. Note that in the clause we use the simple past tense to mark the start of that time period. Look at the difference between since as a preposition and since as a conjunction. I've known her since we were little girls. I've known her since childhood. The conjunction is followed by a clause, a complete idea with a subject and a verb. Please don't confuse since and for. For is used to state periods of time, duration. Since is used to mark the beginning of a time period, a starting point. Examples: I've been married for 11 years. I've been married since 1997. The preposition in is used in the negative to express how long an action hasn't been done or how long an event hasn't happened. Examples: I haven't seen her in years. I haven't seen her in ages. I haven't seen her in a long time. In is most similar to for, but we only use in with the negative. Exercise 1. Choose the best word or phrase to complete the statement. Number 1. Choose ever or already. Your clue is to ask about general past experience. The question is, have you ever been to the beach on the East Coast? 2. Choose since or in. Answer. I've swum in the ocean many times, but I haven't been to the beach in over 2 years. Number 3. Choose already or yet. Answer. I've visited that museum a few times already, but I wouldn't mind going again. Number 4. Choose already or yet. Answer. There's one section of that museum that I haven't seen yet. Number 5. Choose since or for. Answer. This is my friend, Cherie. We've known each other since grade school. Number 6. Choose in or for. Answer. Sometimes it's hard to believe that Cherie and I have been friends for more than 2 decades. To help you a bit more, let me share some other time expressions commonly used with the present perfect. They are always, often, just, still, so far, for a while, and at one time or another. Let me give you examples. I've always wondered about that, meaning continually in the past and up to the present time. I've often thought about you, meaning frequently in the past and up to the present time. I've just learned the truth. This has emphasis on the recent past. I still haven't heard from him, meaning yet, as in, I haven't heard from him yet. That's the best work I've done so far, meaning up to now. I've had this cold for a while, meaning for an unspecified or unknown period of time, usually not long. Another way to say it is for some time. I've seen them together at one time or another, meaning on occasion, from time to time. It's time now to talk about the present perfect progressive. Some of you may know it as the present perfect continuous. Let me give you an example. Once upon a time, I was a traditional classroom teacher. I had a classroom, desks, chairs, a whiteboard, but now I have a virtual classroom, and you're in it. I've been teaching online for just over a year. Why did I say I have been teaching? Because I want to emphasize the duration of about 1 year. When you want to emphasize the duration that began in the past and continues to now, we use the present perfect progressive. This is an action that is not complete yet. Let me explain again why we use the present perfect progressive. There are 2 basic reasons, not necessarily separate, but different reasons. The first, to emphasize the duration of an action that began in the past and continues to now. The second reason is to express an action that began in the past and is still in progress. It's unfinished, not complete. Let me give you 2 examples. I've been teaching English for more than 10 years. I've been researching software that could help me make better videos. In both examples, we have an action that began in the past and continues to the present. Both actions are incomplete. But in the first, we have that added emphasis on duration. I'm telling you how long it's been. In the second, we're simply saying that this action is not yet finished. Note, both the present perfect and the present perfect progressive can emphasize the duration of a time period that began in the past and continues to now. But if the verb expresses no action, just a state or condition, then the progressive is not used. Here are 2 examples. I've known my neighbors all my life. I've been a fan of Sting since the 1980s. Both the verb know and be express a state. It's very unusual to use them in a progressive tense. Forming the present perfect progressive is not difficult. You need 2 helping verbs, have been or has been. followed by the present participle, a verb in the ing. Let's give you some practice doing this. Exercise 2. Complete each statement with the present perfect progressive. Number 1. Read the statement to yourself first. Over the past few days, my husband has been watching a series of documentaries on physics. He finds it interesting to learn about the structure of atoms. 2. Answer. My son has been asking for a wagon for Christmas ever since he saw one in a book he got from the library. 3. Answer. My brother and I have been trying to learn more information about our relatives from past generations. He really got me interested by starting a family tree online about a year ago.